Good morning. My name is Rachel, and I am a thrifty crocheter, and today is Friday, May the 9th. And it is actually nice and sunny outside today, which is nice. 365 days of kindness. Self-seeking. For those who are self-seeking and do not obey the truth, but obey unrighteousness, there will be wrath and fury. Romans 2:8. It's easy to become blinded by our own opinions, situations, and emotions. While it's not wrong to be caught up in what is going on in our lives, it doesn't help when all we think about is how things affect us personally. What kind of situation are you in at the moment? Are you holding on to a long-time hurt that seems to have reared its ugly head again? Are you in the process of making an important life-changing decision? Is there a child's behavior that you are really struggling with? Take a moment to dig deep and try to understand the situation from someone else's perspective. You don't have to agree with their perspective, but think of what a teacher or grandparent might say to them instead. Even better, think about what Jesus would be thinking and hoping for in this situation. Don't let a situation turn to fury. Step back for a moment and let grace win. Act of kindness. Let someone else choose what to watch. Now that's an interesting idea. And letting someone else choose what to watch. But you know what? Sometimes you really do need to get another perspective sometimes. Sometimes that, depending on the situation, that does help sometimes to get a fresh perspective. Daily guideposts for grandmothers. May 9th. Then I will purify the lips of peoples, that all of them may call on the name of the Lord, to serve him shoulder to shoulder. Zephaniah 3:9. I had just finished speaking to a Christian women's club in Williams Lake, Canada, and was saying goodbye to the women at the door when my host came into the room clearly agitated. Your son was on the phone. He and his wife are passing through town, and he wants to know if you'll meet them for lunch at the White Spot. I was stunned. My son, who hadn't wanted to talk to me in 3 years, who would visit in our hometown and not let me know that he was there, now wanted to see me. Where did he call from? I asked. When am I to meet them? I don't know. I left the meeting room in a hurry and waited by the telephone, hoping my son would call again and give me the particulars. He did, and we had a wonderful reunion. Not much was said, but both of us sensed that we had begun the healing of a strained relationship. In my talks with women, I find that many a mother's heart has been broken because a son or a daughter is avoiding her. I pass on to them what has helped me during this difficult time. Often an estrangement develops during a traumatic time, such as a death or a divorce. Raw emotions take time to process. We need to give our children time and space to sort them out. No amount of talking will help the situation. In fact, too much talking makes it worse. It's like egg whites. The more you beat them, the bigger they get. We can't hurry up the healing process in ourselves or in others. In the meantime, though, we can be grace givers. Grace lets another person be, gives him or her freedom to grow, to make decisions, to fail, and to mature at his own rate. We can pray for our children and wait expectantly for Jesus, the great reconciler, to bring us together again. And when he does, we can be there with a warm embrace. Jesus, my children and I are your people, the sheep of your pasture. Help me to trust you with them. Helen Grace Leasheed. And And it's always great when we can turn to the Lord and turn to our friends to help us with getting back with our family. And sometimes, that you just need that extra, help. I can see that. The illustrated words of Jesus for women. May 9th. What is mercy? Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. Matthew 5:7. And I've added mercy and forgiveness go hand in hand. There's my colored picture. Mercy is a word that's used more often in a Christian context than any other place in life. What does mercy look like in everyday life? Mercy is forgiveness, love, and patience shown to others, even when it isn't deserved or acknowledged. And I've boxed in mercy is forgiveness, and then I underlined love and patience shown to others, even when it isn't deserved or acknowledged, because that was very important. These words were spoken during Jesus' Sermon on the Mount. He commanded his followers to love others, be kind, show mercy, treat others the way you want to be treated, pay attention to others. And again, I added, mercy and forgiveness go hand in hand. When a Christian shows mercy, he experiences liberation. Warren Wiersbe. Yes. Go read Matthew chapter 5. It has the Beatitudes in there. Those are very, very important things to live by. So, with that, this small swatch of yarn has been woven with prayers. As you hold this swatch in your hand, may you feel God's strength, love, and peace flow and know that he holds you in his hands. May God bless and comfort you in time of need and give you peace. Amen. I hope this is Friday. We made it to the end of a week, so I hope you guys have had a wonderful week and that you have a great weekend. And if you're a mom like me, I hope you have a wonderful and blessed Mother's Day on Sunday. Love y'all. Bye.